It's a sad day. Let's put it that way. Um, sometimes there's a line in the sand, if you want to say, that has to be drawn. And to me, where things get a little bit crazy is when somebody isn't playing by the rules. Now, I'll say this. If NASA, if SpaceX, if the United States government, if you name it, is doing things like lying to our face, is hoaxing different things, that, by my definition, is playing by the rules. Even if you are putting us in school desks and you're teaching us lies, you know what? Well, they're lying and we should have been able to tell, or somebody should have noticed, or, to me, that's even playing by the rules. So, you got to come back. We got to battle through that. People lie to you all the time. It's the way it goes. You've got to learn to deal with that. But where things get a little bit creepy is when people no longer play by the rules. When they're able to step outside of what anyone else can do. For example, you're allowed to lie to SpaceX. You're allowed to lie to NASA. You're allowed to lie to other people. If you want to go out and get a bunch of children to come to your house where you're going to teach them something, you are allowed to lie to them. That's you're playing by the same rules they're playing by. Where things get out of control is when there is some player in the game that is allowed to go outside of the rules of the game, because then you don't have a fair fight. And even though we didn't have a fair fight from the very beginning, because you indoctrinated us as children, you still are playing within the rule set until you go and do something like they did today. So let's take a look, and I'll show you what exactly I'm talking about. And again, like I was talking about last night, it comes down to a test. This is a test for everyone involved, because here's the thing. Globers, globe believers, those of you out there who hate me, there are many. This is going to be a test to see if you stand behind SpaceX for doing something clearly nobody should be able to do. Or will you stand behind me, even though you don't agree with what I say? Even though you may believe that the Earth's a ball, you may think flat earthers are the biggest idiots of all time, you may think everything I say is a lie, you may think I do this for money, blah, 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 blah. I've heard it all before. Drink bleach, don't procreate. Yeah, I know. But there comes a time where you have to realize what's at hand. You have to realize what's at stake. And with what I'm about to show you and what I'm about to reveal and what you probably already know, you are clearly being asked to choose sides here between what is right and what is wrong. And I can already hear all the excuses for SpaceX. There is no excuse for SpaceX to do something that is not allowed by anybody. Okay, if you guys don't know, if I make a live video, like I'm doing now, like I did yesterday, I'm not allowed to go in after the fact and change portions of my video. Okay, I can if I want. I can download my video. I can edit it again, but then I have to re-upload it. Okay, so I have to upload it again, which means the date's going to change. The likes are going to go back to 0. The views are going to go back to 0. And there's proof that I changed the video. There's proof right there. Jaron made a video on February 2nd and then re-uploaded it on February 4th after he changed some things he said. Okay, that's something I can do. What I cannot do is make a video like I'm doing now live, then tomorrow decide, I don't like what I said there. It didn't really make sense. I would rather come across being smart. Let me replace that. And so I create a new sound clip, and I'm somehow able to go into my live broadcast and change it. Change my words, change something about that live broadcast, and then let it stand to where no changes are noticed. The upload date doesn't change. The views don't change. Essentially, I have rewritten history. Something that is stamped as live streamed, something that everyone else has no ability to change, so it's not like Jaron would be able to go and change it. Now, if we're going to allow for certain entities, government, space-related, the NFL, doesn't matter who, if we're going to allow people to go back in time, edit out portions of their video, and still, here's the sad thing, is that if it came down to it, SpaceX could just say that I lied in my video. They could say, nope, that's our upload. It's our live feed. Jaron made a fake video. And it's their word against mine because their video shows that it was uploaded on February 6th. And they've changed it. If you don't realize what's at hand here, you've lost your mind. You don't realize what is at stake if we're going to give permission for people to change history. Sure, they can change history in articles and on the web. We know that. They can do things like that. We know that. But when it comes to something as simple as what are the rules, what is allowed by YouTube, this is where even the Globers need to stand up for what's right. Doesn't matter what I'm saying. Doesn't matter if you agree with me or you don't. What you have to agree with is SpaceX, of all people, should not be allowed to go back in time and change their live stream. All of you that are Globe believers, and this is especially an appeal to Red's Rhetoric, to Sean Hufford, to Wolfie6020, to Soundly, to you guys that make videos, do you think it should be allowed for SpaceX to go change their live stream? You can't change your live stream. Sean Hufford, you say something wrong in a live stream, it's there forever. Red's Rhetoric, you make a mistake, it's there. We all know that. We all have to deal with it. It's part of doing things live. You don't have the option to go back and change it. You can delete your video, but then everybody says, haha, I have this video Jaron uploaded on the 3rd and he deleted it on the 4th. But should they be allowed to do something that none of us are allowed to do? This is an appeal to anybody who's just a human being, that this becomes, they're not playing by the same rules. They can essentially, let's just pretend, accidentally, a scuba diver is seen in space. I capture it. I'm making a video about it. Oh, I found the scuba diver in space. NASA sees it, or SpaceX, whoever. They go in. They replace the scene with the scuba diver with a new scene, and then just leave it. And then I come out with my video and say, ha, NASA put a scuba diver. Nope, sorry. What do you mean? Where'd you get? Jaron, you've edited your video. You've added a scuba diver. Because clearly NASA's upload doesn't have the scuba diver. That's why we have timestamps. That's why we have upload dates. That's how we have things called live streams. So that nobody can take advantage of that kind of situation. Well, let's look at what SpaceX has gone and done, because they have done something that should be allowed by no one. It's ridiculous. Let me bring this up real quick, just so something I tweeted earlier. FakeX and Felony Musk have been allowed by Google and YouTube to do something no other channel is allowed to do. They have been allowed to go into their live stream video, edit it. The upload still says live stream, and they have made changes essentially rewriting history. What a total joke. First of all, before I show you exactly what they did, let's look at a couple things here. Starting with some questions I went looking for at YouTube Live FAQs. Searching for how do I edit my video? How can I edit my video? Here's the YouTube editor. Now, this is something I did not know. Maybe you guys didn't know either. I did not know that I'm able to trim my videos that are live. It's totally new to me. And in fact, I think it's awesome, because I've always wondered, the reason I do that minute and a half at the beginning is I had a lot of people emailing me saying, oh, I wish I knew when you were going to go live, because when I find out it's too late, and I go there and you already started. So I said, okay, I'll put like a minute and a half countdown. This way you get the notification and you have time to get there. So now I know that I can go in and I can trim the beginning of that video so that people watching it not live don't have to watch that minute and a half countdown. However, there's a caveat to that editor. As you can see, maybe it's here. I don't know which one it is. Yes, I've highlighted it here. If you have over 100,000 views or a content ID match, you can't save any changes to your videos. Instead, you can create a new video with a new URL with the edits using the Save as New Video option. You can still save changes to videos with a blue faces or custom blurring features. So basically saying, number one, you can edit, meaning trim, crop videos. You cannot replace parts of the videos with other videos, as I'll show you that they did. And also, if you have over 100,000 views, SpaceX had 100,000 views before I took my first breath. on the 6th. Okay, they had millions of views. I think it's up to 16 million now. Clearly, they have gone over this amount. They are not allowed to do any trimming, let alone completely replacing video. Let's move to the next one. Making changes to uploaded videos. Tells you can make changes by, they're talking about to the category, the title, description, not to the video. How to edit a live stream archived video. You can trim out parts of your video and enhancements and keep the same URL. But if you use the YouTube video editor, you will be given a new URL, which means you're starting all over. I mean, new views, new likes, all that stuff. I can't edit a live video to trim it. This person was trying to trim it. Let's see, close this one. YouTube video editor, you can download your own videos, and then you can make changes to them. But then you'd have to re-upload it on a new date with new views, and both videos would be on your channel. Okay, let's get rid of that one. See, that's just talking about archiving live stream. I was trying to find something to say, can I edit my videos? Am I wrong in just thinking you're not allowed to do that? You'll see here that they're talking about same kind of things. Not allowed. So let's go to SpaceX and their YouTube channel. Oh, in this video I saw this girl. She went through and told you how to trim, how to cut the beginning and the ending of your video off. I never knew you could do that, but you are allowed to do that. That is one thing. Okay, is that changing history? Well, I guess you're able to cut out something you said, but if SpaceX just took out the second half of their video, well, it would be easy to say, well, here's the video with the rest of it. They had a whole nother 30 minutes. Well, I didn't fake the other 30 minutes of SpaceX's video. That's clear. But when it comes to something like they've done, absolutely crazy. This is Destin from Smarter Every Day. Really scary to play any of his videos because before I simply included a clip of Samantha Cristoforetti talking about the seals, and he went and copyright striked my video. I wrote him and asked him to please remove it, and he didn't respond to me for 30 days. Waited all the way till the end to basically just let it lapse and didn't charge me with the copyright. But I also had to take down the video. So in this video, real quick, I'm going to play it real quick. This is for copyright. I mean, you know, with copyright, this is for commentary, news and commentary, and I'm using his piece because he makes a gross error in what he says here. Let's listen to what Destin says, and do I have the volume on is the question. Let's turn it up. Yeah, I do. So we're just going to listen to a very small portion of his video, and I didn't use him as my thumbnail, didn't use him in the description, but let's listen to what he's got to say about the two cameras on SpaceX's video.
It's so incredible. Okay, the next part that I absolutely love. So the rocket's up and away, right? The two boosters safely separate. They do a little pirouette and they come back without touching each other, and they come back in with a re-entry burn. The part that I love, I mean, as an engineer, this just tickles all the right parts of my brain.
As an engineer, this is going to tickle him so much. This great thing about these two videos down below.
The fact that the video feed from both of those boosters looks like it's just one booster played on two different screens. I love that. That means the guidance and control algorithm was so finely tuned that they just nailed it. So tip of the hat to the guidance and control team that did that.
Sorry, not two different videos. That is the same video, as I pointed out already. It's the same exact video, played twice, one of them cropped, in order to deceive you. That's the reason for it. He just said because they're so finely tuned that they just look like they're alike, but they're not because of great engineering and some bullshit. Sorry, Destin. Smarter every day? Or dumber every day? You tell me. So smart that SpaceX has gone and edited out those great engineering feats. That's what they've done. Let's go there and find out what they've done. So we're going to SpaceX's channel. Okay, this is their channel, and we're going to videos. And you'll see here that they had the animation 3 days ago. Then 2 days ago, here's the Falcon Heavy test flight. 16 million views. Okay, let's see if they've got any live streams. Live streams, okay, there's the Falcon Heavy test flight. 16 million views. 34 minutes, 19 seconds. Let's go back to all videos. And there you've got the 3419. Okay, this is their video. It's the only one available. Quiet down. Only one available. You'll see now something different about this video than it was the other day. They have replaced this screen. This is a new screen that wasn't there the other day. Okay, you can, now I'm lucky here. I mean, Destin's got that video, so if it ever went to court, sure, we could prove that SpaceX had the other video, because he's talking about it being, oh, even though these look the same, they're not the same. They are the same, as I pointed out. They were just cropped and one frame off so that it was different looking. But somehow they've replaced this video. Now, here's the thing. If they really did forget and just not have a proper video ready, they accidentally placed two in there, oh well, it's a live stream. You re-upload a video and you say, here's the corrected video from the other day. And you leave them both up. That's the correct thing to do. You don't go in and do something impossible. You don't edit. This thing here, if you notice, says streamed live February 6, 2018. Okay, that's what it says. Doesn't say anywhere here edited, different, changed. This video has been changed on this date and time. It is an absolute lie. This video was not streamed live on February 6th. It was streamed live and then altered on February 7th or 8th. They have changed this video to now have two different feeds. So when somebody like me makes a video saying, hey, these guys have this feed, look at this, completely different. These are no longer the same feed. I mean, they're completely different. And especially the landing. Look when you get to the landing. I made a point of showing that they had to be the same feed because they both landed on the white circle. And if you look here, we'll watch this little landing here. Here they come down and, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. You'll see that they're coming down and all of a sudden you see the one going towards the black circle with the white SpaceX in the middle. The other one going towards the white SpaceX with the black in the middle. See this? Black with a white in the middle, white with a black in the middle. Completely changed overnight. Again, I have no problem with you changing if you made a mistake. You didn't get the right upload. Oh, well, okay, great. Then upload a new video. You don't go change history. I wouldn't even mind if this video here said edited, changed since live stream. Maybe you put a note in here that says, hey, we changed this. Sorry, this is a re-upload changed by SpaceX because we accidentally, doesn't say it anywhere. Doesn't say it anywhere. It's a complete and total crock of shit, is what it is. Something that nobody else is allowed to do. You're not allowed to do that. So I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I don't know who at SpaceX had to contact who at Google or YouTube to be allowed to do something that no other person's allowed to do. Who the F is SpaceX? Who are they? It's not some government entity. They're a private company. Is any other private company ever allowed to change their live feed? Who the F is SpaceX to be allowed to do something no one else is allowed to do? And I don't care if other people aren't upset, then they don't understand what's at stake. If you're going to allow certain groups to change history, I mean, essentially the other portion of the video is gone. The actual live stream is gone. Now, I have it saved. Other people have it saved. But it would become in court, well, it's their word against ours. They can easily go and look at my video, which we'll bring up here in a second. Let me transfer this over to this one. Okay. What they could easily do is when I bring up my video and I say, hey, this is not right. Their video
and because it is a test flight,
is showing the two different video cameras. My view is showing the same view. When I see them land, as in here, I'm going to say, here they come down, and they actually both land on the same pad.
and that landing burn has started.
Here they come, and both of them land on the white. See this? They're both going to land on the white circle. So when I show this, guess what? SpaceX can just say, this guy just cropped out this part of the video and put it in his. He's lying. It's not real. And what do I have to stand up to? What can I do? So if that's the rules we're playing by, it's like what I say about cloning. People tell me all the time, oh, people can clone people. If they can clone human beings, then I give up. they win. I'm not going to go around trying proving things or say this person. If they can clone people, then that's ridiculous. If you can clone a human being, then they win. We're all done. I mean, that doesn't even matter. I mean, you cannot fight against somebody who can clone human beings. Okay? Just like you cannot fight against somebody who is able to edit live video, change it, essentially, then they've just changed history. How am I supposed to go up against, how can I prove anything? So to all you people who hate me, and I'm sure there's a ton, you may disagree with what I'm saying, but how can I go up against anybody that's allowed to do this? And are you going to back SpaceX in this situation? I can't wait to see the comments because I know how many people hate me. I know how many people think I'm an idiot. I've read my comment section before. Will people stand up and say, nope, Jaron, you're an idiot. They should get to change history? Or will they say, you know what, I hate you for everything else that you are, and everything else that you say, and everything else that you believe, but about this one thing, you are correct. There's no reason, no way, anybody should be allowed to go against the rules and just change history. And you may say, oh, it's just them, they just added a different feed that wasn't there before. That's great, that's fine. I'm not even saying I have a problem with them changing that. The problem is, where's the word edit? Where's the word changed? Why isn't there a big thing? You know, if you change your comment on YouTube, okay, you've commented something, and then you go and change it, what does it say? Edited. Okay, I don't know any site that allows you to go in and change something and it not say edited. Twitter, you can't edit your tweet. You can only delete it. Because otherwise, you're changing history. Otherwise, you are going back in time and saying, I didn't actually say that, I said this. And then everybody who commented on your stupid post in the first place then has to say, oops, wait, he didn't say that? Did he say it? I'm not really sure. That's a problem. It's ridiculous. It absolutely is a joke. Something I never expected. As upset as I get at everything, I never expected that. And it started out with somebody saying, did you check out Smarter Every Day's video? He actually makes the mistake of saying that it's the same, or it looks the same, but it's a different camera. I said, oh, this has got to be hilarious. So I go watch his video. Then I read the comments. And in the comments, somebody said, Destin, you got that wrong. They're actually the same camera. Then somebody commented on that and says, they're not the same camera. I just watched it. It's a different camera. I'm not even sure what Destin's showing. I'm like, what are they talking about? I just watched it, and it's not the same camera. So maybe they uploaded something different. I go look, I say, no, it's the same video. This guy's wonder why he couldn't see it. Then I just go search through the video, and the last thing I expected was to see that they changed the video. I was floored. I was absolutely floored. So I'm going to bring up the chat here. I just want to see real quick if anybody, if people agree here. What the hell is going on that's allowed? I don't care if the Earth's a sphere. I don't care what, any of your beliefs. If you think space is real, you think Jupiter, the gas planet, is really cool. I don't care. This is different. This is not playing by the same rules, not on the same playing field. You cannot defeat somebody that's able to do that. But at the same time, all trust should be lost for SpaceX. I mean, who the F is Elon Musk? Who did he go talk to? How would he have the balls to say something to, hey, Google, we made a mistake, and I know it's not allowed that we change our live videos, but will you do it one time for us, please? I mean, what the hell happened? How could this even take place? It doesn't even make sense to me. My mind is boggled as to what had to take place for them to pass some video to Google and say, hey, will you put this in the place of the other video that we have and let this video pretend to be that one? We made a mistake. We had the wrong feed. Google should have said, oh, sorry, our live view rules are that you can't change your live views. No one else is allowed to. Why the F would we let you? But that's not what happened. So if this doesn't wake people up to the fact that these space agencies are lying to your face, and they've got control of Google, they've got control of YouTube, they've got control of the Senate, they've got control of the government, it's everything. This is the lie that is everything. And this is the test. Are you able to stand up and say, wait a second, something's wrong here? These guys lying for hundreds of years, about space. Lying about places you can go. Why are they lying? Well, because you spend money on it. It's an experience you'll never have, but you spend money on it. How much money? Well, a ton. A lot of money. Let's go look at the space expenditure page. Currently at 5 trillion, 6 billion, 81,905,000. Now we're at 82 million. That's how much money has been spent on the space scam since 1960. Okay, again, you may believe in space. That's fine. But you cannot believe in space so much that you say, I love my space fantasy so much that they should be allowed to change history when they make mistakes. No one else should be able to, but space gets to. Space is so cool. Elon Musk's stupid little red car is so cool that he should be able to change history. That's what people must think. I can't even think of what else would they think? How can that be allowed? It is a travesty to the system. It's a joke. Let me bring up the chat and see. Just tell me, agree. If you disagree, I would love to see you say disagree. Because it is a joke. Let's see here if anybody... yes, it does get dispersed into the economy. Absolutely, you're right. It doesn't get thrown out into space. That is a good point. But wait, Astronomy Live. I'll acknowledge your... Astronomy Live. Time out before I go on. I don't want to see anybody else's. I'm going to go ahead and answer him. Astronomy Live, I will gladly acknowledge your footage. It's right here on my computer. I will show you that I looked at it. Pull this up. Here's Astronomy Live's footage. Somewhere in here. Got it. It should be here somewhere. Astronomy Live. Which one was it? Falcon Heavy launch booster. I don't remember what your title was. Falcon Heavy first launch and boosters. Let me see which one it is. Can't see the whole title. Return and boosters return to soft landing. Is that it? Falcon Levy from Cocoa Beach. Uninterrupted footage. This is yours. Oops. Wrong one. So for anybody saying I won't acknowledge your footage is great. And if you would have listened to my view yesterday, I clearly said exactly what I think about them launching. Oops, you're not watching the same thing I am. Sorry. Let me get that on there. All right, here we go. Everyone, here's Astronomy Live's footage. And as I said, you can find footage of somebody going to David Copperfield's magic show and making a car disappear. If you think that's evidence that cars disappear, wake up. It's not evidence. But I will take nothing away from Astronomy Live. I'll take nothing away from his great, except for the sound is bothering me. Where's the volume on this? Thank you. I'll take nothing away from his filming. He seems to be the only one that I've seen so far that films this thing go all the way to horizontal. The release of the 2 side rockets. And he follows all of them. He was really close to following both of them all the way down. But the only reason he didn't is because he had to make a choice. Here's both of them. He had to make a choice between one or the other. And chooses, I forgot, the one further down or something. So, I take nothing away from your footage. What I said is that I wouldn't doubt these are helium balloons. That's what I said. That doesn't mean that you didn't see anything go to space, my friend. Okay, in case you didn't realize that, let's go back and see. What did you watch go to space? Well, these things went up in the sky. These helium balloons blasted off and floated down to Earth. That's what you filmed. This thing here, what happened to it? I don't see it going to space. But you believe that there's a car with a dummy inside of it, with a camera view of the ball Earth going around and all these little sparkles flying. So great for you. I acknowledge your footage. Now let me ask you, Astronomy Live, answer me this. I'm looking in the chat for you. Are you allowed to change your live uploads? Tell me that. A helium balloon doesn't fall at over Mach 1. Okay, great. You can estimate the speed of things falling from that view. Okay, let me ask you again. Astronomy Live, are you able to change your live streams? Can you go in and change them? That thing fell like a rock, okay? Again, I ask you, Let's drop that for now. Let's say I totally agree. This whole thing happened. Everything that you showed happened exactly as you say. Now let me ask you, are you allowed to change your live streams? I filmed it in space. What? What did you film in space? Yes. Oh, okay. You're allowed to change your live streams? How do you change your live streams? What do you mean? I asked you, can you change your live streams? Are you allowed to go in and replace parts of the video? Yeah, I did. I turned the audio down. You talking about in the video or me? I hope you. I thought he said yes too, but the truth is that you can't. And if somebody knows how, tell me how. How can you put other videos inside? You'd have to edit a video to do that. Live, yes, I filmed that car in space. Where? What do you mean? He filmed that? Astronomy Live, tell me what you mean. You have a video of that? You filmed the car in space? Replace the video? No. Okay. So do you think that there's a problem that SpaceX is able to do that? That SpaceX went in, changed their MF video, then it still says it was live. I mean, this should be a big deal to everyone. I don't care how real or fake or anything that SpaceX's footage was. Who the F is SpaceX? I mean, it is a joke. Okay, somebody said, please show us changed footage. I'll show you again. Here is the original uploaded video that I recorded live, that so did Smarter Every Day. Okay, these people all recorded the same thing. That is, one second, I gotta find it. Falcon Heavy Test, this one here. Okay, this is the video here. Oops, damn it. Sorry, I put the wrong video. This one here. Okay, this is the video that was played on February 6th live for everyone to watch. If you notice, these screens here at the bottom are the same video feed. Okay, now they look different because, and I'll show you why if I can get them to work. Okay, that one's the same, but every once in a while I'd press play and I would realize that they were off sync. That's on. That's on. 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 Okay, let's see here. Usually you can get them to pause and they'd be off. Okay, this one here. If you can tell, this video here is different than this one. You can kind of tell there's a little more white here than there is here. So at first I was thinking, oh, it is two different feeds. But if you just click through one time, play, then the next scene is always the same, because all it is one frame off. So sometimes, like there, you'll pause it and it's perfect. You'll see here the same exact frame, but then if I press play and pause again, there, it's different. See how here there's a little dark spot, here it's white. Now if I just real quick press play, pause, it'll be the same. Watch, play. Okay, now it's the same. What's happening is it's one frame off. Okay, so when you pause, you can sometimes get it to be perfect, sometimes it's one off. Okay, that's what was shown live. I made the point of saying that this was done deliberately because there's no other reason why. Let me show you this here. Let me get a little closer. When you're watching this, why would one of the screens be cropped? Okay, that has to be purposely done. Meaning if you look here, look at the distance between this triangle right here, and this one. Okay, this screen has been cropped to make it look different than this screen and then offset by a frame so that they're different. Okay, now if somebody wants to come and say, Jaron, actually they just accidentally fed the same video feed to the screen, that's fine. They made a mistake. Understood. I'd still have questions about, well, why is it cropped? Why would they crop the one view, the same feed as the other one? But you know what? You could argue that. That's fine. And I would say, well, it's a deception, and you would say, no, it's an accident. Whatever. We can argue about that all day. But the fact of the matter is, it's the same video. That's been proven. You can go down here to the end and watch them both land, and we'll see here. As they're coming down, they are both going towards the white in the middle of the black. See this? Black with white in the middle. Okay, they're going down. Oh, I'm sorry, they're going towards the white, this one. The white with the black in the middle. Here they go. Okay, both these are about to land on the white with the black X. Okay, so that's the video that played live. Here it is again. They're both going towards the same thing because it's the same feed. It's just this one is cropped. Okay, that's fine. That's what happened. I made a video. I talked about it. Everybody, we move on. It's another day. Now, if you go to SpaceX's video today, okay, and I'll show that again before I go here. All you have to do is go to their Falcon Heavy test flight. Let me swap this so you can see what I'm doing. You can see that this video here is their video. There is no other video from the day. It still says streamed live on February 6, 2018. Right here. Doesn't say anywhere that this was edited. Doesn't say, hello, we changed this. Hey, we inserted something different. Because it's not allowed. Because it's not something you're allowed to do. So when you look at this one, tell me why now we've got these things coming down and all of a sudden, oops, it's a little different than the live feed in the fact that now one of them's going towards the black and one of them's going towards the white. Now you've got these things landing on two separate pads. But it says live streamed. They didn't get to lose their views. They didn't get to lose their likes. They were able to change history. Nobody else in the history of YouTube that I've ever seen has been allowed to do that. Never seen somebody change a live stream. Maybe if they want to download it and then re-upload it as another video. Hey, this is an updated video changed off the screen. We changed a mistake we made in the other one. So you can either watch the live stream where we made a mistake, or you can watch the re-upload where we fixed it. That's the proper thing to do. Not to go and change a live stream and keep all this bullshit. In order to do that, you have to have contacted Google and talked to somebody specifically and gotten permission to do something that nobody else is allowed to do. And who in the hell at Google is going to agree with that? Hey, we want to change our live stream. What do you mean? Why? Because we made a mistake. Well, what kind of mistake? We forgot to put in a video feed. Okay, you made a mistake. Oh, well, get over it. People do it all the time. But sorry, the rule is you upload a live stream, it's live. You got to deal with it. But crybaby Musk is allowed to get away with it? Give me a freaking break. Astronomy Live, if you agree with that should be allowed, if you think that is, I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's a joke. And again, I don't even care if people want to lie to my face, people want to call me names. Hey, it's all fair game. We all have the same playing field. I tell people all the time, you want to call me names, you want to say that my stuff's bullshit, you want to say that I'm full of shit, make a video. We all have the same playing field. I'm allowed to make a video on my YouTube channel under the same rules you're allowed to make a video on your YouTube channel. That's the way it works. Okay, I'll say my piece, you say your piece, people will decide, or whatever. That's just, we're all on the same playing field. What if I was allowed to change my live streams? Say one thing, then you guys make comments about it, make videos about it, and I'll go back in time and change what I said. But you think people would have a problem with that? Of course they would, because it's bullshit. Why would somebody be allowed to do that? Especially when people have made videos pointing out flaws in your video, and then you just go change it? Switch it up? Oh, that didn't happen. This guy's full of it. He just changed that on his own. That's what it comes down to, too. In a court, I mean, there's no metadata in this other than that upload date. I mean, well, how would I know? There could be backroom upload data, but how could I protect Google from just changing it? They just obviously changed the stream for these guys. It's a horseshit nonsense. And it's evidence, whether you want to see it that way or not, it's evidence that there's a problem here. Who the F is SpaceX? Give me a break. Who is Elon Musk besides some toddler-looking nobody who almost lost his fortune on PayPal, got lucky on some business that loses $600 million a quarter? You think I could do that? Somebody give me a couple $1 billion and tell me, Jaron, go lose $600 million in a quarter. Okay, I'll do that. I'll try and sell a car for less than it cost me to make it. That'll be fun. Elon Musk, what a joke. That guy's a joke. And he gets to go change his live streams? Come on. I mean, how could anybody not see we have a problem here? Who the F is SpaceX? FakeX. That's who they are. They're complete frauds that can't operate under the same rules as everyone else. And spaceman in space. Look at this. If you believe this, you are a joke. I'm sorry. I mean, whatever. You can believe whatever you want. Just enjoy yourselves. I mean, if you think this is taken from space, that this is what it looks like, I mean, come on. It's just ridiculous. I can't even. They're changing history. It shouldn't be allowed. It is a travesty. And I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to find out who allowed this to happen. Is it the head of Google? Is it some nobody that allowed? Somebody allowed. I mean, imagine this situation. You're Google, and here comes Elon Musk with his dumb-looking toddler head, and he says, "Excuse me, can I change my live feed?" How do you? Well, what is your response to that? Absolutely not. It's never been allowed in the history of YouTube. Why would we allow you to do that? Because I'm Elon Musk. Oh, Elon, sir, I didn't notice it was you. Oh, by all means here. What would you like us to do? We'd love to take your video down and replace it with a different one and keep your views up, and we'll never tell anybody that it's been edited. We're into doing this for space. Whatever you want. We take scuba divers out of NASA's films all the time. Give me a break. It doesn't even make sense.